pas de cadeau alors.
Moi, avec moi, elle était super cool. Avec moi, c'était cool tout à l'heure.
Allez, on va aller au cinéma.
Ça va pas être différent.
Avec ma soeur, on avait parlé.
C'est trop beau.
Ça va, merci.
Ça va, merci. Profitez, profitez. Allez, à tout à l'heure, amusez-vous.
Sorry, just a quick thing if you can hear me. It's Sleeping Beauty Castle, and it's been under construction since January, and they're repainting it and rebuilding it because it needs a big refurbishment. So in French, that's le Château de la Belle au Bois Dormant and Sleeping Beauty Castle, to clear it up.
en jeu.
Hi Laura, I saw your comment. I am not from Paris. I am actually from Florida, but I live here and I live like a mile away from Disneyland Paris, so I'm here all the time. And I saw asking for some narration. This is Fantasyland. We're here. Fantasyland is a little bit different in Disneyland Paris, where each part of Fantasyland represents a different European country. So in the middle where the carousel is, that represents France and Germany. Right here, we have Pinocchio, that represents Italy. And then just across, that's the UK with Peter Pan, and we have the Toad Hall restaurant here. We have the classics like Dumbo, and then in the corner, we have our version of It's a Small World. I'm now heading to Adventureland. The park is laid out a little bit differently than the US parks. Disneyland Paris was built late 80s, early 90s. It opened in 1992, and it's basically a love letter to California. So a lot of how California is laid out, you'll see here in Paris, but not exactly the same. They did change things a little bit differently, and it's one of the most expensive theme parks to ever be built because a lot of the features were actually hand-painted, hand-placed. All the stained glass that you see in the park was actually designed by the same person who refurbishes the stained glass windows at Notre Dame in Paris. We do not have Genie Plus in Paris because we don't have My Disney Experience. We have our own app that's it's the middle ground between Disneyland's app and Walt Disney World's app. We do have lightning lanes though. That is not new though for Paris. We've had paid fast passes for the last few years. So that's not new at all. And a lot of people in Europe actually don't mind paying for the fast passes. Jessica, I agree completely. My favorite attraction in Walt Disney World is Space Mountain, and Paris's Space Mountain is one of the best attractions I've ever done. When things are not closed, you can actually go to that pirate ship, but everything like that is right now closed. Currently it is about 52 degrees outside. It's like 12 degrees Celsius, and it's not too bad. I mean, I'm in a hat and Spirit jersey and I'm comfortable like this. My hands are a little cold, but I'm okay. The tree that you see in the background is the Robinson Crusoe treehouse. They have it a little bit differently here. You can climb in it just like Tarzan's treehouse or just like Family Robinson. The one thing I miss from Adventureland here is Adventureland here doesn't have a jungle cruise. And for me, that's so sad because I love the jungle cruise. Let's see. Yeah, it's about the same temperature as the UK right now. I think it's a little bit cooler just because in this region we're cold. The 30th anniversary, I've heard everywhere from 16 months to 18 months. It looks like Jafar is going to be out later. Jessica, I love Big Thunder Mountain. I've been on 3 Big Thunder Mountains in the world, and Disneyland Paris's Big Thunder Mountain is by far the very best Big Thunder Mountain I have literally ever done. I love it. This is the entrance to Adventureland. I'll go there later, but the chandelier there was actually purchased by, I believe, an Iranian prince. I'm not sure. I had to double check on that fact. It was a prince of some sort who purchased that. So we don't have full parades yet, except for in the evenings. There's a very short Halloween parade. It's about 4 or 5 floats long. Today is the last day of Halloween season for Paris, but the Halloween parade will still be going on until next week when Christmas starts. If you ever need a quick place to eat lunch, they have the Hakuna Matata restaurant right here. Highly recommend it. Their meatballs are phenomenal, and I'm a big sucker for the Lion King, so it's a Lion King themed restaurant. You can't really go wrong there. Oh, it looks like Jafar is coming. Disneyland Paris is a big fan of the villains, so for the whole Halloween season, you're just mainly going to see villains. My thoughts on the best time to visit Disneyland Paris, that really depends on the weather, to be completely honest. The weather's not always the best for Disneyland Paris. It tends to be really rainy and cold in this area, but I like spring. I think spring's nice. Personally, I love Christmas just because I'm a good Christmas things. I'm gonna go a little bit further up here. Adventureland is massive. It's just mainly trees though. We have another pizza. We have like 3 pizza restaurants in Disneyland Paris, and I'm not 100% sure why there's so many pizza restaurants, but we have a lot here. So if you like pizza, you're set at Disneyland Paris. We have this really cool attraction. I don't know if you can see it. We have an Indiana Jones roller coaster there in the distance. It opened in, I want to say 1994, but don't quote me on that. And what was really cool was it loops, and it was the first looping roller coaster in Paris. But not only that, to make it more exciting, a few years after it opened, they actually turned all the cars backwards, and you did the whole attraction backwards. I second Natalie, do not go in July, August, or Easter. It is horribly busy. I would also add, don't come at Halloween. If you want all the Halloween experience, come in early October, late September.
Nous vous remercions de votre patience et de votre coopération et vous souhaitons la plus magique des journées.
For everyone's health and safety, please wear a face mask. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing. Wash your hands before boarding. We kindly ask you to follow instructions given by cast members during your experience. Thank you for your patience and cooperation, and we wish you a magical day.
Sorry, I didn't want to talk while the safety message was going. I saw the one comment, I don't live in Paris, actually. Disneyland Paris is not in Paris. Disneyland Paris is about a 35-minute drive, 45 over an hour with traffic outside of Paris. I don't know in miles, but we're about 30 kilometers east of Paris. And I live in a little village just outside Disneyland Paris called Magnilongue. And so that's where I am. So we are now entering Frontierland, which is honestly my favorite land. In the US, I'm not a big fan of Frontierland, but Disneyland Paris does Frontierland very, very well. I saw another question asking about Christmas decorations. If you look on Main Street right now, it's like the Nightmare Before Christmas on Main Street because you see pumpkins and ghosts still, but all the windows for the Emporium have changed to Christmas. So it's a little interesting. So it's very cool in Frontierland. The reason why I love it is Frontierland actually has one huge, massive story. Sorry, in the background, you can see that's where the new show, The Lion King Rhythm of the Pride Lands, is going on, which I'll stream at another point because I can't get in for it today because all the showings are full. But it's one of the best Disney shows I've ever seen. It's like Broadway quality show in a Disney park, which is amazing. This is a restaurant called Cowboy Cookout. It's like barbecue. So if you're a big barbecue person, Disneyland's got like 3 restaurants. Okay, so right now we have all the Coco themed decorations, the Dia de los Muertos decorations, because this is like the Arizona, Texas, Mexico part of Frontierland. It's that part. And we have a restaurant up here on the left called Fuente del Oro, which is Tex-Mex. I'm from Florida, Janet. I was born and raised in Jacksonville, and then I went to school in Orlando, where I worked for Walt Disney World for 5 years. So that would be why I don't have an accent. So let's see. We have Big Thunder Mountain here.
Parce que papa et maman sont déjà sortis du bateau. Bah ça va.
So Frontierland is so cool to me because the theme of Frontierland is that this is a small village in the west where the village is called Thunder Mesa. The Big Thunder Mountain is so unique here because Big Thunder Mountain, you actually have to go underwater because Big Thunder Mountain here is on an island, which is amazing. And Big Thunder Mountain here is for the Thunder Mesa Railroad or Thunder Mesa Mining Company, because they are trying to mine all the gold that they can from Big Thunder Mountain. The only problem is the gold is cursed by the Thunderbird, and of course the richest family in all of Thunder Mesa is the Ravenswood family, which lives in Phantom Manor, which is our version of the Haunted Mansion. Only problem is Phantom Manor has a little bit of a ghost problem, and of course the gold of the Thunderbird is not helping at all. That big piece of gold that they found in the Thunder Mesa mines, which is Big Thunder Mountain, is the Lucky Nugget, which is a restaurant here. And actually what's really cool about this restaurant, you can see the Lucky Nugget when you eat there. Yes, Karen, I am brand new. This is my first live stream ever, so sorry if it's a little bit shaky. I've been practicing for a few days, trying to get used to all of this. But of course it's hard when little kids run into you. But this is my favorite thing because not Phantom Manor specifically, but Frontierland here is all connected. Of course we have the Molly Brown. We have a Mark Twain as well, but it's under refurbishment. Here you can see. I'll walk up to Big Thunder. Thank you, Cindy. So as you can see here, sorry for the music in the background. As you can see here, Big Thunder Mountain is actually on a legitimate island, and you can see the boats, the trains going by. have to suggest, if you ever come to Disneyland Paris and you're really craving ribs, really, I 100% endorse the Lucky Nugget Saloon. I might be partial because the reason I came to Paris was because I worked here. I had the opportunity to work here. So that was where I worked. But it's a really good restaurant in general. And if you're a huge Haunted Mansion fan, you're gonna love not Big Thunder Mountain, I said that already. Phantom Manor. Phantom Manor is one of the best attractions I've ever been on. They just did a massive refurbishment of almost 2 years where they completely gutted the attraction and rebuilt it from the ground up. And it's amazing. They brought back the original 1992 storyline, the original audio for everything. And one really cool thing that you'll recognize whenever we do the attraction is when you're on this attraction, one of the voice sounds familiar, and that would be because it's Vincent Price, which you may know from Thriller. He's our Phantom here. We have the Thriller voice. Very exciting. And right now for the fall and Christmas season, you can actually meet Jack Skellington. Well, you'll just have to come back to ride Phantom Manor and Space Mountain. You'll definitely have to come back and see it, Jessica. It's worth the trip alone. I was so sad because when I moved here in 2018, it was closed. And I was very sad, and my boyfriend kept trying to convince me, no, it's going to be okay. Phantom Manor it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. And I was there like the week after it opened, I came. Right now, wait times are a little bit heavy because in Europe, we have fall vacations. So waits are a bit long for the moment just because it's the last day of fall vacation. Paris, they didn't want to just open Tomorrowland because all the other parks had Tomorrowland, and honestly, by the time you open Tomorrowland, it's a little bit of Yesterdayland, really. So we have Tomorrowland, and Tomorrowland, or not Tomorrowland, I keep saying that wrong, Discoveryland, and Discoveryland is actually based off of famous explorers. So for Discoveryland, you have the works. Well, I'll show you the signs, and then you can see who we have the works of. But it's mostly Jules Verne that it's based off of. So originally, when they built Discoveryland, they wanted to do basically a Jules Verne island. And with the Jules Verne Island, it was going to have an attraction for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Around the World in 80 Days, Journey to the Center of the Earth, all those attractions, which actually now you see at Tokyo Disney Sea. They kind of stole that because the budget ended up getting cut. Is when Disneyland Paris opened, it wasn't profitable. But I love Discoveryland because it's bright and it's got like the steampunk feel of everything. Oh, I just saw that. Thank you guys so much for the stars. I appreciate that. That's so kind of you. I was so nervous this morning. I woke up and I was like, oh no, today's my first live stream, and I was nervous. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. If it gets hard to hear me, I'm warning you in advance because the music at the entrance of Discoveryland is really, really, really loud. We do not have a splash mountain because unfortunately, most of the year it is way, way, way too cold to go on Splash Mountain. That is what really stinks because I miss Splash Mountain. But really, it's only hot enough to merit going on Splash Mountain for about 3 weeks to a month out of the year. And it's not normally hot enough. So Space Mountain here right now is based off of, originally when it opened, it was originally called Space Mountain de la Terre à la Lune, which means from the Earth to the Moon, based off of the Jules Verne short story. And you used to ride like you were being launched from the cannon to the moon. That's why it looks the way it does. They rethemed it back in 2005, and it became Mission 2, which is still the same storyline but updated. And then back in 2017, they updated it again, and it became Hyperspace Mountain, which isn't bad. I like Star Wars. I just kind of wish that it would be Jules Verne all the time. We have our Autopia, of course. You can smell the gasoline from here because we still have gas Autopia. This is the geeky side of me coming out because I love attractions. Really cool when Space Mountain was originally built. It was the first attraction to put the sound in the seats. So the technology that Rock and Roller Coaster uses today with the launching and the sound in all the seats is from Hyperspace Mountain or Space Mountain. Of course, we have references to Jules Verne everywhere. We have the Hyperion in Cafe Hyperion from Around the World in 80 Days. And then you can see in the distance, once I pass this rock, we also have Star Tours. We have our X-Wing on top of our Star Tour. Actually, that's not even on top of our Star Tours. That's on top of the meet and greet with Darth Vader. But we have Star Tours just behind it. We have a train station also right behind that. Currently, our train is not stopping at any of the stations. It goes one loop around Disneyland because they've been having some staffing problems. So that has been our loop around the park. Because it is already starting to become sundown here, as right now our days are a little bit short. So with C-3PO speaking French, there's actually an English side and a French side. And if you just let the cast members know as you're getting on the Star Tours, you need an English side or you need a French side, they can accommodate you accordingly. I've done it in both, so it's equally interesting. At the time I did it in French, though I didn't speak French, so it was a little bit confusing, but I got the idea. We have Buzz Lightyear as well. Oh, John, I already showed Phantom Manor. I walked right by it. I did go inside the castle, Erica. Most of it is in Most of it is still under construction, so it's still mostly roped off. So unfortunately, that means we did not get to see the dragon today. All right, so that is my first streaming of walking around the park. My battery's getting a little bit low, so I need to recharge before I can do any more streaming. So I hope you guys liked it. Thank you so much for watching. I will still go back and I will answer all your questions just as soon as I have some more charge. All right, thanks again for watching. Bye.